Okay, now we're ready to start working on this site, and our goal once again is to change and transform this site into a user forum. So I'm going to get rid of this stuff here on the left hand column. If you notice, there are two columns. The left where it has all this stuff, the content, and then also on the right side. So we're going to transform it so that it's a little bit more, forum friendly. And to do that, we have to change the menus. We have to remove the slideshow. Would have to change, this section here and take that off. So let's get started on the back end. I'm logged into the admin panel, and the first thing that I want to do is I want to change this menu, and so that I can put what I need on it. So go to menus and go to main menu. And then I have all this here which I don't need. So I'm just going to click on this to highlight everything or to check mark everything. And then just uncheck the ones that I want to keep. Okay, one more. Contact. Once I've done that, unpublish the rest of them. Okay, now, so I want to change these. So I'm going to change that Joomla to rules. There are a few pages in the forum that you need to have, so that when people join it, they know what they can or cannot post on it. Alright, save and close. You need a FAQ. Okay, it's telling me that there is another menu that has this as the root, and sometimes you notice that when you're creating menus, that if there's another menu that has that as the root, you have to either delete that menu or you have to change the new one you're creating. So let's find out which menu exactly has that on there. Okay, so you can see there's a menu here at the bottom where it says FAQ. This has is taking the title for that, so we can't create that. The only other option we'll have is we can either move this menu to the main menu, or we can change this one into something else. So for now, what I'm going to do is I am going to move this from this menu and put it over to the top. So just close out of that, go to menus, get help. Okay, so here it is. To move this menu and put it over to the top, I'm just going to click on it. There's two ways to do it, but this is why I like this way. Click on it, and where it says menu location, I'm just going to move it from the get help to the main menus. Save it and close. So now when I refresh it, it's no longer at the bottom, but it's been moved over to the top. Alright, so we got home, rules, contact us, login, frequently asked questions. Now I want to change the login to register. So I'll move that. And then change the contact to support. Alright, so let's take a look what we have now. Okay, I'll keep this, but let's rearrange the menus so that the order of it is different. And what I want is I want to have home, rules, and I want to move the support so that it's at the end, and move the frequently asked questions and register somewhere in the middle. And to do that, I'll just click on this disk here, is going to allow me to move the ordering. So 1, 2. I'll change register to frequent last questions to 3, 4, support to 5. And once I've done that, just click on that save order, and it should have reordered the menus. Okay, so now this here is what I want, but there's one more that I forgot to add, and that is a blog. You need to have a blog. And since the previous menu had a blog as a sub menu to it, instead of recreating an additional blog, I am just going to enable the block that was deleted before. So I'm just going to go back here, public status, and this is the blog, and it says status unpublished. I'm just going to publish it, and then next I want to move the parent item. Right now it's a sub menu, but to make it as a main menu, I'm just going to change from the parent item from rules, and I'll put it the main item root. Save and close. Come refresh. Okay, so now I have this blog, but I'm just going to move the blog 1 over so it takes a place. I just trade place with the support. Just click move down or move up. So let's check out our menus. Okay, now we have the menus there that are looking pretty good. So what we want to do is, where we have this little Joomla icon next to rules, we don't necessarily need that, so let's take that off. And if you notice here, there's a link image. This is the image that's shown to the left side of the menu, and if you wanted to add little icons next to each title, you can do that, but I'm not going to do that, so I'm just going to remove that Joomla, and I'll just have to hit clear. Let's preview first. Alright, if you put your mouse over it, you see the little select image icon is showing you what that particular image is. So let's go ahead and just clear it, and let's hit save and see how it looks. Okay, so that's gone, which is exactly what we want. So I'm just going to click save and close that. It's very important that when you're creating any website, you want to make sure that you have a clear path of where you're going. You know, one of the mistakes that most people make when creating a website is they just start creating and just adding different things. But by organizing the top menu, this let me know the pages that I need to focus on and what the goal of this site is. So we want to be able to have a section for rules, so when people click on it to understand the rules of this forum. If they have a question, they can be able to post their questions there. If they want to register, they can be able to register. If they want to, you know, the blog is going to allow them to see, you know, what the latest news is and updates about the site and things like that. And of course, in support, if they have a question about something, they can also ask, you know, support. So now that the menus, the top menu is okay, the top menus look okay, and now what I want to do is I want to take a look at the bottom menu. You know, we don't necessarily need all these 1, 2, 3 and all this stuff at the bottom. So we are going to get rid of everything here at the bottom. Or well, maybe we'll probably just keep this. We'll probably just keep just the company and maybe this text here. So let's go at the bottom and get rid of some of this stuff. So go to extension, module manager, and as you can see here, those in the module position, bottom 1, 2, and 3. So I'm just going to get rid of the get help, or better yet, let's get rid of the company, because what you can do too is, if you want to avoid having so many menus, you can get rid of one of them and then just transfer the necessary content over. So for this one, I think the get help one has more stuff there that you need. We can just transfer the about us and contact us there if we need to. So let's go ahead and get rid of the company and the work with us. So click on company and work with us. Unpublish. Let's refresh it, see what we have. Okay. So now we have this. And I'm just going to leave it like this for now. And you can change this here, this little text here. But for now, I'm just going to leave it like this, because it's always important to have this footer menu, which we're going to add a sitemap to it as well, and all this important things that you need: privacy statement, terms of use, we don't need a return policy, so we'll work on that later. Our customer support, we have to add an about us. So let's change the return policy to about us. And if you notice from the previous menu, we had an about us, so let's just move the about us menu over to this get help. So go to menus, I believe company, and we'll have the about us here, because if we try to recreate it, it's going to reject it since there's another menu called about us. So let's just move that over to the get help. Okay, and then now we can change the return policy to a sitemap. At this point, we're not linking anything yet. We're just making sure that the navigations are very easy to use and easy to locate. So let's refresh and reload. Okay, so for now, our main header menu and our footer menu, seems to be okay. The next thing that we're going to do is to install the actual component and start to assign different pages and create the necessary pages. So let's take a look at that next.